Evening and welcome to BackChat. I'm your host, Tema Madima. We're gonna try again. Hopefully this time around it works. Trying to go live with Lythe Pillay, and I've just checked my connection. I don't know what the challenges are tonight, but we're gonna just keep trying to get this conversation going with Lythe. So welcome, guys. Thanks for joining us. We're gonna have a good one this evening. It's Christy, welcome. Danny, welcome. We're just waiting for more people to log on. Our Brayton Pool, I see you. Welcome to you too. We're gonna get Lythe Pillay on with us now, and then we're gonna get going. So thanks for joining us. Just wave at me if you can hear me, because I know my Wi-Fi connection is being a bit off today. So just wave at me if you can hear me. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining in. Just waiting for Lythe Pillay to join in, and then we're gonna get going. There we go. Lythe is in the. Let's see. Hopefully this time around we are good to go. Welcome, guys. I see you. I see you. Hello. Going. Good evening. This evening, like I said, we're chatting to Lythe Pillay. Lythe, can you hear me? There we go. Can you
Yeah, I
hear
can
me?
hear you. Just a bit hazy on this side.
Hey, my
Yeah, I can
connection
hear you.
today.
I can hear you.
Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah, it's one of those things, eh?
It's even lagging. Like I can hear, like when I speak, it only gets to you a bit later.
Yeah, like it does haze out a bit.
Hey, yeah, I don't know what to do, man. What we can do is I can either try to sort out this connection quickly, and then we log on at 8 p.m. or we can find it out. Can you hear me now? You see,
I can hear you now. It's a bit better now.
is it getting better?
Yeah, a little bit, a little bit.
Ash, okay, let me do this. All right, let's try again. Let's do this. Let's redo this at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, is that fine?
That's perfect.
Yeah, so let me do that. Let me just sort of this connection. I don't want us to be interfered by the connection, man. I need to hear your story. We need to chat to you. We wanna get to the bottom of the 400-meter sensation. So please, and apologies about that. I'm just trying to sort out this internet connection, then we can go live.
Okay, no problem there.
But wait, is everything cool now? It sounds like it's better.
Yeah, no, it does sound better now.
Okay, we're good to go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BackChat. I'm your host, Tema Madima. Thanks to each and every one of you for joining in. We're chatting to Lythe Pillay this evening. Like I said, a 400-meter sensation. We're going to get into all of that. But otherwise, how are you doing? Are you good?
No, I'm good, thanks. And yourself?
Awesomeness. I know, obviously, Friday night, it was a full school day today, studies and all that. So I'm not going to keep you for too long.
Oh, no worries. It's okay. It's been a long weekend for me, luckily.
Nice stuff. All right, I'm gonna do an introduction, and then from there on, we'll pick it up. And yeah, welcome to each and every one of you guys that are on. I see Gift Leo Taylor is on here. We've got Bronwyn. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Keenan Michao, we see you. Chris Mulea, Cricket Link, Danny Parsons, Emilia Runs, Kicks the High Jumper. Welcome. Who else am I leaving? Twanelo, Maruping. Welcome, guys. Just wave at us once you enter so that I can know you're in the room. Yeah, so thanks, guys. So I'm going to do the introduction and then we're going to get going. All right, ladies and gentlemen,
Okay.
with us this evening, we've got Lythe Pillay. He is an up-and-coming 400-meter athlete, the African Under-18 Championships 400-meter gold medalist, also African Under-18 Championships 4x400-meter gold medalist, SA Under-18 400-meter champion, as well as, I like this one, SA Under-15 400-meter record holder. Ladies and gentlemen, Lythe Pillay.
Thank you.
You know what, man? You know that the interesting thing about you is that you're still so young. I mean, turned 17 this year, right?
Yeah, this year.
Yo, and already, man, you've broken the SA under 15 record with a time of 46.52. I mean, that's unheard of. I mean, it's the first time we've had anybody run that fast. That's why you've got the record. So yeah, we want to get in your mind a bit. Remember, it's not an interview. This is a chat. Like I'm not a journalist or anything like that. So we're just gonna have a chat and try to get to the bottom of who Lythe Pillay is.
That's good.
All right. So next thing we're gonna do, we have to play a game. It's called What's in the Bag. 30 seconds. So you've got 30 seconds to name as many things as possible that you have inside of your competition or training bag. Coming to you in 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
There's spikes, extra spikes, the screwdriver for the spikes, my spike box, water bottle, electrolyte, tape, scissors, a snack bar.
Let's go.
A spare pair of socks.
Let's go.
My racing number, extra pins. Like those small hand towels.
Yeah.
Sure, that's pretty much my bag.
Not bad.
Let me think.
And time. Okay, 13. 13 is respectable, man. 13 is up there. So we'll take that. All right, well done, man. Yeah, so you're up there, top 10 ranking out of 50-something episodes. So you're doing good. That's not a bad start. So obviously, there's a lot I want us to chat about. I don't want to waste any more time because of my connection. I've already wasted a lot of time, but at least now it's up and running. So it's Heritage Month in South Africa. Simple question: What is Heritage Month for you? And like, what is your heritage? What do you identify yourself as? I'm a Venda man. I see myself as a Venda. My mom is Tonga. That's my combination. What about yourself?
Sure, no, I'm just there. I don't really identify with anything. So I'm just, for me, Heritage Day is just spending time with family, really.
All right, cool, man. I like that. I mean, that's, you see, the nice thing about South Africa is that, if you look at us, we're a rainbow nation, and it's for that reason, it should be, we're also different, and you come from different backgrounds and everything, but at the end of the day, it's just about being comfortable with who you are, and that's it, man. That's all that matters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
All right, let's get started. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have questions, make sure to send your questions through. We're going to take as many as possible. So first and foremost, obviously, the past 3 years for you, let's say they've been crazy. I mean, coming through 15 years old, and you break the SA record. Where did this journey of running start? I mean, you're 17. I mean, like, where did this start?
Sure, no, I've been running for as long as I can remember. Like, I've been running since grade 1, really. And then, like, I mean, I've always enjoyed it. Like, I was just, like those guys that just ran and, like, they just there. I was always one of those guys. And I always enjoyed it. Like, since I was, like, small, I always tried every sport. Like, I went from athletics to soccer. I discovered I had 2 left feet. Cricket was just a bit too slow for me. I started a bit of basketball in high school, but then I had to drop it because I had to focus on athletics. But yeah, no, I don't know. Like, I've always just really enjoyed running. My mom always says I like to run away from my problems. So
that's one of my life. People are like, "Hey man, why are you always running?" I'm like, "Hey, I got a lot of problems, man. I got a lot of problems." Yeah, that's cool, man. So okay, so that's how it started. And then when did you discover, like, all right, obviously you said you were always in the mix, running, still trying to find your feet, trying to see which event or sport you want to do. So how do you come about finding 200 and the 400 meter especially,
Sure. So how it started, like, I made my first essays in grade 7, but I made it for 200 hurdles and 200 meters. So, but like that was like, it came out as a complete surprise. Like, no one expected that I would like make essays, because like I was just like being so complex on that. And then we tried to like start training. So we ended up going to Mr. Mabena at Worskor Birchley just before I came to Cape. And then I remember, like, because like I used to train with him a bit, because like we thought that, okay, no, now I should like start taking him more seriously. And then he's like, like, I think you might be a 400 runner. I have a hunch. And I was just like, yo, I must run a whole lap. No, thank you. So then come end of grade 7, K's had their Grand Prix, and then I was invited. meets and I ran my first 400, but I ran it in like 1 minute, 8 seconds or something like that. Like it was a complete blowout. I was like, you're never doing this again. And then come into school meetings, they're like, okay, cool, we have to put a team. We'll just put you for 1, 2, and 4. And then the more I did the 400, the more I like got slightly better at it. And I'm like, okay, you know what, this isn't so bad, because I've always struggled with like my starts and that. So I'm like, okay, at least like I can just, I'm kind of like getting the hang of it. And then next, like, you know, I think this might be it.
Wow. Okay, so like, just run us through it. So obviously, 13, 14, you're running, you get introduced to this event, whatever. You ran it for how many years did you run before you were 15? Maybe 1 or 2 years?
I've been running since grade 1.
So you're 400 since grade 1?
Oh, no, 400, no. I ran my first one towards the end of grade 7, just before grade 8.
Yeah, so let's call it, I want to call it 12, 13, 14, somewhere there, you know?
Yeah, that's fair.
So then you come to under 15. I take it training has been going well. I don't know what type of space you're in. And you obviously run the SA under 15 record. I mean, 46.52, man. That's ridiculous, you know, for like a 15-year-old. So what is going on? How was the preparations? I mean, like, how do you prepare to break a SA record? I mean, obviously it wasn't the plan, but it happened, you know?
Sure, I don't know, like, I don't know, like, I've always, like, really just been keen on training, and, like, since I met my coach, Lythe Pillay, like, we really, like, connected, and then since then, we've been doing good work together, and progressing, and then, like, we, like, all had, like, a good, like, relationship, so, like, we're able to, like, talk about things, okay, we'll work more on speed endurance, and then eventually, we just got to a point where we're having so much fun and working on things. Next thing, it's, like, come the club essays. I ran the 200 and the 400, and we were like, okay, whoa, what happened? I think it was 46.77, if I remember correctly. Yeah. And then we were all stunned. We were like, okay, whoa, it was fun. Like, you know, I mean, we didn't expect it, but we were like, okay, sure, this was not what we expected, but we'll take it.
I mean, we got to see a few of your races, you know, when you first like popped up on the scene, you know, and, you know, first of all, we first heard at like the school meets that this young kid, you know, is quick, you know, and I mean, we got to see you only a while later, you know. I think you were 15. It's very hard to get footage of under 14, under 15, but then obviously we got to see you at some of the Puma School of Speed events, and that's when we were like, yo, this kid, I mean, the way you were running it's amazing, because, you know, at that level where you're such a strong athlete, but I mean, your intent is what I think caught my eye, because it's one thing to be fast and you know, you're running comfortable and easy, but it's to be fast with, you know, the intent. You could see that every time you stepped out, you were literally racing against yourself. It was like, what can I do today? I mean, that's exciting to watch, man. That's what people want to come that's what people want to see when they go to the stadium. They want to see somebody's going to be out there doing ridiculous things and doing it purposefully, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, crazy, man. So, obviously, you've got the SA record now. What is the conversations between you and your coach? I mean, 15, 46.52, you've just smashed the record. What are the conversations from there on?
Sure. To be honest, like my coach is like really like right now my coach is just trying to like preserve me for next year, because of course we're trying to peak at a certain time towards World Juniors if it happens, of course. But like we've never had that talk of like, okay, cool, we're gonna go for records, but like on a kind of, you know, I've gone to coach, be like, you know what, I think, you know, I want to hit this target, like I want to see if I can push. And coach like, you know, okay, I see what you mean, we'll work on that, we'll like, you know, we'll integrate that into the plan. But for now, like we're just working on building a good foundation for now for the remainder of this year. And then start of next year, we're gonna, you know, focus a bit more on speed, because since I started like running, I haven't had a full season, because it's either maybe a small niggle comes up or maybe last year comes up or last year, like, you know, like the stuff that we can't exactly plan or predict. Like for both of us, our main thing is just having a healthy season. I mean, it won't be perfect. We might have a niggle here or there, but we're going to at least control it and manage it, and then from there we'll, like, you know, start adding actual speed work in, and then from there we'll see what happens.
Yeah, man. I mean, like, yo, the wisdom, man. I can hear you're a man who's got a sound head. So I'm sure whoever's your guardian, has instilled some strong characteristics in this young man. So big up to them. I see Kyle Blichnote is in the house. Big Kyle, thanks for joining. Oh, Charmaine Gotch, she's in here as well. Thanks for joining in. We've got the likes of Malaysia. Kurt Kuto, the Mozambican Express is in here as well. Lyle Sprints, welcome, guys. I see Bradley Agnew, welcome. Thanks for joining in. Stephen, Ellen, welcome. Vuyo, Chelsea Bun, Han is in here. Your boy Kenson, 808. Thanks for joining in, guys. Really appreciate it. All right, so obviously, like you said, you guys didn't plan on breaking the record or anything. And what I've picked up is that you yourself and your coach have got a very good open conversation where there aren't too high expectations, but you always identify areas where you want to improve on and obviously better your running and so on. So let's go to 2019. 2019 is also, I mean, if you look at performance at an international level, if you can call it, it's a good start for you, going into that. But I mean, let's start at SA Championships. This is your first, let's call it official championship, where it's actually club championships and it's under 17, under 18, and it's at Peril. Tell us about those championships and how. I mean, it was a hectic race, but you guys showed up and it was a very good race. To talk about that and winning that title, what did that mean to you?
Sure. No, it was a proud moment, I'd say, for me, for my coach, or like everyone who supports me, because like, I mean, I've always dreamed of like, winning SAs, and then like when I heard about club, I'm like, club sounds like the big deal.
Yeah.
And winning was breathtaking. I was like, okay, I was over the moon. I think I had a PB at that point as well. And then on top of it, like what really like made it so big was that like I think shortly after they came like, okay, we're putting you in the team for Abidjan. I'm like, wait, there's a team for Abidjan.
But wait, there's more.
I was like, there's more. I'm like, oh, sweet.
All right, so getting to represent South Africa, I mean, like you said, they called you up, which means now you're a South African athlete officially, your first time. Talk about that, like I like to hear it from the young athletes, because the senior athletes have done it so many times. Like, it's SAS again. But for you, it's like your first time where you're gonna be carrying your nation. It's a big deal. Like I think everything is a big deal. There's no such thing as a small moment. Talk about that. How did that feel? I mean, going to, like you said, going to the championships as well. How was that feeling?
It's a feeling I can't describe. I mean, because the year before, I watched my training partner David Tite compete at the Southern Region Championships, and like seeing him in the SA kits, I'm like, like this is my goal right now. I'm like, I have to get there, whether it takes me 10 years or 5 years, but I mean, just to like represent, just wear like the kits. And then when I found out that no, I'm gonna do it this year, I was like, whoa. And then I remember like still stepping on the blocks for the first race. I was there. I'm like, okay, no, this is not Germiston or Boxburg. This is like I'm in the Ivory Coast. And I don't know, like I remember like I was like really like shaking at the start. I'm like, okay, you know what? No, like I don't know any of these people. Like it's my first time competing outside of SA. I was like really nervous, but then once the race started, like I had a really good start. I was like really relaxed, and it was breathtaking. I mean, before I knew it, the race was over, and I was like I walked off in my mind. I'm like, wait, no, what? Did I just run for SA already? I was like trying to like call it in.
I mean, it's amazing. So obviously, like, it's a good year because I mean, you win SAs. From there on, you go to African Under 18 Championships. A very good. I mean, the competition there was intense, and then you win a gold there at the championships, which means you're gonna get your first opportunity to international anthem vibes. You need to receive your medal. You are the champion. How does that feel, and what type of fuel does that like plant inside your heart, like going into the next season, which was this year? I mean, this year also, I know you had niggles in the beginning, but I mean, you're in the heats at the SA, at the Puma SA, what is it, Puma School of Speed event, you run a 46.93 in the heat.
Yeah.
So obviously, you guys are doing something right, you know. But tell us about that moment in
Yeah.
Ivory Coast getting that gold medal.
Sure. I know, like, I guess, like, for me, it was more of like a moment of reflection. Like, I was looking back, I'm like, you know what, I mean, even though I ran the race, I didn't get myself here. I mean, there were so many people that supported me, from my mom,
Yeah.
like my coach. I mean, even my school supported me. You know, like, it's like, for me, like, those moments, it's more like, you know, I look back, I'm like, you know what, no, like, as much as this is for me, I also, like, you know, oh, thanks to everyone that supported me, everyone that believed me, and
Yeah.
that, like, for me, I'm like, I can take something back home and you like say, you know what, we did it. You know,
Yeah.
that's what it's about.
Absolutely, man. I think a lot of times, many people, I think those who aren't in the athletics community will misunderstand, or think that athletics is it's an individual sport. But meanwhile, if you look at the amount of people that are invested in your performance, family, friends, school, coaches, who else? I mean, it depends. Physios, it even gets more and more as you become more professional, managers, agents, all those things, very important towards you achieving that ultimate goal. So obviously you've started entering that, you've entered that place where obviously internationally you are identified. People know, okay, there's a young man by the name of Lythe Pillay. He means business. Have you found any additional pressure with that? Obviously, now you have to be looking into stuff post school. I know you're still, I mean, you're only 17. You still have another, you got matric next year, right?
Yeah, next year.
Yeah, I mean, you're still in grade 11 now, matric next year. And soon there'll be a lot of offers coming in from universities abroad. And then those options are going to be coming. But how do you handle everything and like stay focused on, like, end of the day, as long as you're running fast, things are good, How do you stay focused on just running fast,
So I don't know, like, I try, like, not put that pressure on myself. Like, for me, the fundamental thing is always having fun and enjoying it, because I always tell myself that the moment I'm enjoying what I'm doing, it won't become tiresome, it won't become an effort. I mean, it is, training is hard, but the stuff you do for sports, the bodies every day, I mean, it's hard, but like, I mean, for me, I always believe that you have to enjoy the process before you can enjoy the prize. And I mean, for me, like, I remember, like to, like, give a comparison. When I first started running, it was all about, I'm gonna get this gold medal, like, it's a cool shiny gold medal up for grabs, and you get it. But then, like, as I adopted this mentality, it's like, it's like I do appreciate it, but it's like, it's not what I'm counting anymore. I always look back, like, okay, how do I feel about this race? I felt good. Maybe I could have done better, but overall, did I have fun? Yes, that's my gold medal already, as is, win or lose. So
I mean,
it's,
what you're saying is so important, because, like, I'm telling you, like, it's so easy to draw out everything that's beautiful about sport, when you change your focus to the wrong things, and think about it, being a professional athlete is like, let's just take it as an office job, there's certain hours you need to clock, you need to enter the office at certain times, you have to do the certain quality, there's performance indicators, it's and I mean, think about it, you only 17, you've got 33-year-old, 35, 38-year-old men who are doing this for their lives, and they take it, it's a career in itself, and the moment you take away the fundamental part of it, it becomes so difficult, imagine running for another 17 years and you hate it.
Sure, no, it's nothing worse than that.
Because the lactic is already enough punishment. I mean, you know about the lactic sessions, man.
The lactic isn't even the half of it.
All right, let's talk about this. What is the hardest session that you do? 2 questions. One of the toughest sessions you have to do on the track, and the second question is, which is your favorite? Which session do you do that okay, we're ready for some big times?
Sure. The hardest session I'd say was 350, 250 repeats.
Yeesh.
I don't know, for some reason the 350 is way worse than a 400. those, yeah, no, those, that's my worst. My favorite, I'd say my favorite is like, sure, I'd say maybe 150, 200, 250,
Eesh.
like those kind
Yeah,
of,
yeah. The
at
snacks.
least I like adjust the pace and then pick up, go a bit faster, then go a bit, like, maintain it a bit more. So I get to like, almost like dip my finger in each pot, or like one for speed, one for endurance, and I can like slowly, like, alternate between them.
All right, cool. I like that. It's nice to hear like the sessions. Sometimes athletes are wondering what does life do when he's feeling good. But I mean, there's always those performance indicator sessions where okay, if I'm clocking this time, which means I'm runabout in this range.
Yeah, yeah.
Another thing I want to ask with regards to like your training, do you keep a logbook? Do you keep any record of your sessions, or do you just whatever the coach says I do? Whatever the coach says I do.
Yeah, no, so whatever coach says, I do. Like, I don't like diarize my sessions, but then if so say like maybe today I'm like, okay, no, today is the same session as last week. So I'll say, okay, let me see how I feel this week compared to last week, and then I'm like, okay, I'm feeling better, maybe feeling a bit faster, feeling a bit fitter, and then like from there I'll still talk to coach saying like, I feel I'm improving, and then yeah.
All right, that's cool. Like yeah, it's interesting. The whole logbook system. I personally, especially in the younger years, I think it works well because you get to, yeah, like you said, exactly when it comes to those sessions, you're feeling better,
Yeah,
you're not feeling good. I mean, those are all like performance like tips, to be like, hey, you're not feeling as good
yeah,
as you were last week, which means it's not a bad thing. It just means your body, or there's extra stress or exams or whatever. But it's cool. Not
yeah,
everybody likes it, but I think it's cool to have around as well. Okay, so next thing, let's get into your education. Let's talk about school. What people who are watching and don't know, you are 17 years old, which means you're in grade 11. You do
yeah,
have a personal best of 46.26,
yeah.
which is quite fast. You're already knocking on that sub 46, man, and you're only 17. But education-wise, school. Let's talk about that. How do you find the balance between putting in the training as well as balancing your schools? I can if I was to take a guess, academically, I think you are doing quite all right.
I try to, I try to. I always make a joke and say I'm a one-hit wonder because maybe I'll just like show my face in top 10, and poof, I'm not there for that. Just like the rest of the year.
But I know,
But
man, I know you're a top 10. I can see it. Okay, carry on.
I'm sure. So like when it comes to balancing schoolwork and sport, I don't know. Like for me, it's just like on a normal day, okay, I go train. As soon as I get back, go to hostel, have supper quickly, maybe have a quick shower, and then I just do my work. If I have to stay up a bit later to study, I'll do that. Maybe wake up a bit earlier. And then I don't know, for me, I've just always had that thing of, I have to do what I have to do. So I just
Yeah,
get it done.
that's a good mentality, man. It will get you far in life because I mean, I think one of the biggest challenges sport people have is, sometimes we're too afraid to apply our minds because there's two things. Obviously, you're physically tired. It's hard to concentrate and focus when you're tired. But then
Yeah.
there's also measures you need to put in. Like you say, just get it done. It's like ticking boxes. Like, listen, just
Yeah,
create another
basically.
system outside of your running that allows you to just have a continuous rhythm, in all like areas of your life. And
Yeah.
it sounds like you're applying the same thing.
I try my best, I'll be honest.
All right. So post. I know you're still grade 11, but obviously you've got subjects that you've chosen. What are you studying? What are your major subjects, and what would you look into after high school? Do you know already?
I know more or less. Like currently I take physics, biology, and accounting. So I'm planning to go, or I would really prefer to go into the medical field. Maybe
Yeah.
like sports, but like of course now like I'm already like I'm at a point where I'm like, okay, now I have to see, do I choose academics or athletics? And then if I choose athletics, I have to at least make sure I'm studying something, but it won't be too time consuming. So it's like I'm still having like the talks and like still doing my research on it, but I really do want to go into the medical field and preferably science as well.
Sheesh, yeah, man. Do it. If there's a way, man. Even like speaking to a lot of the top athletes and so on. Obviously, the challenge is balance. You know, once you're climbing that international ladder, the options that I've heard is the guys do study, but instead of trying to finish a 4-year degree in 4 years, you know, you're competing with students. I mean, medicine is no joke. But I do know
Yeah,
that you can,
it's not.
if there's somebody who can possibly do it, is yourself, because you've got the discipline. I can see you focus. You know what you want to achieve, and you've got two gifts. You've got the brains and the fast legs. And I always say, you know, if you've got whatever gift you've got, man, you have to use it. You know, all of the gifts, it's God-given gifts. You have to use them. I don't know how you're gonna balance it. That's gonna be up to you. But you know, you're
Yeah,
not just a runner. You're a I can see you're a holistic person. So you just have to figure it out. Figure it out. Like, that's your problem, not mine.
yeah.
But yeah, man, it's cool. So medicine is where we're going. Okay, cool. That's interesting. Somebody's asking here, are you gonna apply for scholarship? South Africa, USA. South Africa, overseas. Are you gonna
Um,
apply for scholarships? What are you thinking?
to be honest, like I have had like offers already from both, mainly from overseas.
Yeah,
But like I'm still like checking out all my options. So
yeah,
anything's a
that's
possible
good.
at this point.
Absolutely. I mean, that's wise. You still have a lot of time, which is nice. Do your
Yeah.
research, see what is best for you, and then you take it from there. There's another question here. I'm gonna end. There's a few comments. Let me just go up and get them. I see Yapi Makubele says, I never want to run the 400-meter against him. So that's one competitor down already. You won't have to race against him. 808 mattresses, can I get a training camp during December? We'll chat, brother. We'll see if we can sort you out. There's a lot of camps all over the country, but hopefully we can get you into one. King Dambile is in here as well. You know Dambile the king.
Yeah, both. One only.
Balls. I just want to see. There's more questions here, but I'll get to some of them later. If you pick up any comments as well, just bring that up. I see this one from Intam Funi says, "Do you think your running is more God given or more of hard work?"
No, definitely God given. Definitely. If it wasn't for that, then I wouldn't be running. I mean, of course, I use the hard work to exercise that gift that I've been given, but no, I have to give it to God, hands down.
Absolutely. Hands down. That's a good answer, man. Smart move. I see another one from Stephen Allen saying, who might you believe could also be the very successful athletics, can even be younger than you? What? Okay. So that there was a wording. I didn't understand that question. Let me see if I can paraphrase it. Who might you believe can also be very successful in athletics? Can even be younger than you? I don't know. I don't know.
Sure, no, definitely Dambile. Definitely. The first name I'm going to mention, Dambile. Alviano, Eckhart, there's a lot. I mean, Reinhardt, Michael, like the list goes on. I mean, there's
Yeah.
a lot out there. I mean, not just, I mean, in my age group, my event, but I mean, there's a lot from all age groups. I mean, both boys and girls, and it's crazy to see. I mean, looking at like the competition, it's like, it's like we actually have really high standards here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, that question threw me off. I'm glad you picked it up a bit. But yeah, I don't think they're not younger than you, but I mean, those are like your peers, like everybody you mentioned there, the Eckharts, Dambile,
Yeah.
the Johnson, and all these guys. I mean, very fast runners. I'm sure a lot of them are your friends and so on. But like you said, man, the talent in South Africa, it's amazing to see, because even like chatting to the likes of Wade, Wade van Niekerk on BackChat, you were saying, we can do it in South Africa, and that's encouraging. I just want, like, every South African must know that there are options of going abroad, and they work very well. I mean, the education system there, I think, is phenomenal, and so on. But it's also possible here in South Africa. So, like, literally the options have opened up in such a way, because sprints in South Africa have become, I mean, fantastic. Akani Simbini is here. Wait for Nikek is here. We've got the Luvos. We've got Rashwa Samai. I mean, Casta Simenya. We've got, I mean, all of these, You know, these are medal winners at a phenomenal rate. So it's encouraging, and obviously at other levels as well. Africa, we dominate in a lot of the events,
Yeah.
as well as, you know, in a lot of other competitions. Okay, so the next question I want to move to: what is your motivation? Obviously, like you said, track and field is difficult. It's hard. It's not easy. What motivates you? What makes you want to wake up every day, go through the challenges that come with it, but still want to give your best?
I'd say just three things. I mean, number one, it's of course, God. I mean, God, He's really pulled me through a lot in my life. I mean, I know I'm still young. And like, everyone has been blessed in many ways. I mean, I'm
Absolutely.
really doing my best to count my blessings. Number
Yeah, yeah.
two, I really do love track and field. Like, I love nothing more than competing and running. And third of all, just also everyone that that supports me, everyone that inspires me as well, and just everyone that everyone that's been there since day one, everyone that also believes in me and has faith in me. And I mean, that for me, those three things, like every day, like when I step on the track or training, I'm like, you know what, I have a lot going for me. I have a lot of support and I have a lot to be grateful for. And let me just have fun with it. It's the best I can do.
Gee, man, don't talk about the love of track and field, man. I love this game. I love this sport. You know, like
Yeah.
it's one of those things, man. Like it's a bug, you know. And I think if it's once you've got that bug, and I mean, you know, like you're just walking to the tuck shop, doing funny,
Yeah.
arm actions, and you know, it's like it consumes every bit of your life, you know. But I mean, that's the beauty of the sport, because I mean, this is the ultimate test of human speed on the legs, and,
Yeah.
and that's the most important thing about it. So it's quite cool to hear, you know, that basic answer of, you know, loving the sport. That's what's gonna keep you going, man. Because I can guarantee you this, and not even being negative or being a pessimistic.
Yeah.
Is that, you know, yourself, you come across challenges of niggles, injuries, all that stuff. You know, there's
Yeah.
going to be times where you don't feel like waking up to run. There's going to be times where you would rather sleep in because it's cold outside. There's going to be times where you want to go out with your friends, you know, but you've got training tomorrow and you've got competition.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to decide which type of friends you want to have in your life, which people you want to have in your life, which family you want to keep in your, you know, I mean, these challenges are... But but I tell you this: if you've got the love and passion for this sport, you know, it's gonna always override everything that's negative on the outside.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's true.
So yeah, it's good. End of the day. All right. Next question I want to ask. I see there's one here from is that Cheho. It says, Lythe, I want to ask for you, which is your biggest rival and will always push you in your races? Who's your biggest rival and who pushes you like in your races in South Africa?
A lot of people. I mean, everyone I compete with does push. I'd say my biggest, my biggest competitor and also one of my closest friends is Matt Murphy. I mean, him and
Yeah.
I mean, every time we compete, like whenever we're at the same event, like, we're always there, it's like, what are you doing? And then we see each other compete, we're like, okay, this is, it's the big leagues. Matt, of course, Dampile, even though he's a 200 runner, I mean, I remember last time I competed with him, I got completely run out, so I was like, okay, I work on my speed.
Yeah, that's bold.
Yeah,
Kosa Bolt.
I know he's something else. No, but he's really, really good.
Yeah, man, that's a cool. Thanks for that answer. It's a cool one. Welcome to James Sparta, the Sparta all the way in the United States of America. Who else is in here that I've missed out? Prudy, John Kuna, Neo, Kicks, the high jumper. I've got Jess Vermeulen. I see Baza Chupta. He's asking, since you sponsored by Adidas, where's my Man United shirt, bruv?
Hey, Perry.
I don't know if you wanna answer that.
Sorry?
I said I don't know if you wanna answer that. He's asking where's his Man United shirt. Do you have it or not? Lythe? That's the question.
Unfortunately, I do not have it, Barry.
Sorry, Barry. All right. Next question we're gonna ask is obviously we're gonna get towards wrapping it up now.
Okay.
Yeah, time is running out, and I know there was a bit of a delay in the beginning. That's my fault, but I've got like 34 minutes here. So at least we got this in. All right. So two things. First question, like, what would you say is one of the best lessons you've learned from track and field?
Sure, patience. Patience. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, like I learned it from like the niggles and injuries, but I mean,
Yeah.
even through because like with me, I'm like my coach says I'm like a race. Was always want to just go out and just push at training, and sometimes she's like, like no, calm down, you must still finish, and I'm just like, yeah, no, I know, I'll finish one way or another. But patience is really key. I mean, being patient, trusting the process. Also, like like working on. I mean, along with working on, you have to have patience that the work you're putting in now, it will show, even if it's not right now, but it will come out eventually. So patience and also the value of hard work. There's nothing more.
That's the combination right there, man. That's like you said trust the process. That's my thing right there, man. Trust the process. Because everything in life, like, I mean, the way we think and the way we want things to be, I mean, you would have wanted to be a 16-year-old world record holder in the 400 meter with a gold medal around your neck at the Olympics. And, that's human mind. I think we were created to want excellence and to pursue it in everything that we are, which is a good thing. But again, there's a process towards it, Having those thoughts is not something that should, like, frustrate you. It should be something that motivates you to work harder. Like you say, this the work ethic. It motivates you to put in more time, to get into routine, have discipline, self-control, etc. So yeah, man, let me not get into it too much. You're pressing my buttons here, man. You're pressing my buttons. Yeah, absolutely. And what did you say in closing? What would you say is one of the best gifts that running has given you in your few years of running?
Sure. I must say that for me it just shows that, or like what it showed me is that dreams can come true.
Yeah.
I never thought that number one that I'd be running at essays, let alone like all the other competitions I've been in.
Yeah.
I mean, like just like holding on to like that thought, like that dream or like that goal, you're just like holding on, like, I mean, because like a lot of the time we get discouraged, like you're like, okay, no, like you always have like that voice in the back of your head saying that no, I mean, like, do you actually think this will happen? Can it happen? But maybe like try reevaluate, try change it. But I mean, like I said, like, I mean, with hard work and patience, that can become a reality. That's one thing I've really taken from it. I mean, since grade one, I've been trying to run, even though I never had a coach. But like at one point, I'm like, no, let me just run on my own. Let me just have a road. Let me run. Nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, the time I really needed it in grade 7, that's when it came, and then I was like, you know what? I mean, at that point, I was already giving up. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll become a pilot or not. So this athlete thing isn't for me. But then after all that, I'm like, you know what? Like, what I needed was just to keep working on it and to be patient, and then eventually, like, it does come true.
Absolutely, man. Yeah. So from Backtrack side, in wrapping it up, I just want to thank you, man, for your time. Yeah.
No,
once again, apologies for the connection stuff. Like,
it's all good. Don't worry.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm glad you came on, and I'm glad we were able to chat with you, man, because it allows people to also understand, the engine behind the machine, the body, the engine behind the body, and also just to get an idea that these things don't happen by accident. It's all part of the process. It's all in the hard work and the time you put in. So yeah, keep shining, man. We're gonna be looking out as Backtrack. That we can cover and the whole world can see that South Africa's got amazing talent. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, from Backtrack side, like I said, just want to say keep going, keep pushing, and we'll always be supporting, man. And we're gonna try cover and support you as much as we can. So thanks a lot.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, and maybe just a message to everybody who's watching and all those who support you in closing.
I'm just have fun with what you do, and I mean, if there's something you really enjoy or like something you're passionate about, just give it your all and just be patient, trust in the process, and pray. That's with those things, you'll never go wrong.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Lythe Pillay, and I'm your host, Tema Madima. Hashtag Diary of a Vendor, hashtag No. I'll see you guys again next week. Monday, we're back. We've got another fast athlete with us. We've got another 400-meter athlete, you know. Looks like you guys are next on the roll. But yeah, it's going to be a good one. We've got next week, Thursday, live. You don't want to miss it. We're bringing in something special. So just mark Thursday, 7 o'clock. You don't want to miss that. Monday and Tuesday, 7 o'clock as well. So thanks a lot. Thanks to everybody who watched. Have a good night, guys. Take care. God bless. From me, Tema Madima. Goodbye and good night. Cheers, brother.
Thanks.